So what are the requirements that you would have for yourself for the woman that you marry and like be with?
So for me, it's definitely being
20-year-old guy right now. He's young. He comes to you, hey, I want advice on dating. I want to be able to meet women. What would you recommend for him?
she look good and make sure she come from money.
Okay. This is my controversial advice, like number 55, right? Never ever tell your girl your problems.
There's one girl asked me like, you in a relationship? I said, hell no. I just said it so fast. She's like, oh my goodness. But it's just like, stuff like that. You just gotta just keep her on her toes, bro.
What do you think about the passport bros?
Man. Bro,
women love men that are obsessed.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's something about a man that is just, it's almost like you're crazy. Like,
it's magnetic.
It's magnetic, bro. When a man knows his value, I think that when a lot of women, they tend to retreat from that type of man because he just knows his power, he knows his worth. And a lot of women, they have control in relationships because...
What's up, guys? Welcome to Team Basani. I got my boy Marvin all the way from Santa Monica, right?
My brother, yes, sir.
So he came down a couple days here, had to catch him. Yo, you coming through? So I got Mr. Trust Fund. This is a different type of podcast. Like, I don't think anybody has ever seen or heard the stuff you're saying. That's why you're so viral right now. Because low-key, you're saying this stuff that everyone wants to say. But I don't really know people are confident because they might get canceled.
Absolutely.
You might not have a job tomorrow. So... Can you break down exactly what you do and what you educate men on?
Absolutely, man. So my entire platform, Trust Fund Baddies Only, it's really about male hypergamy in a sense of a successful man. You've already established your life. You know, you've built the framework, so you should align yourself with a woman that is going to take you to a higher level. And so for me, you know, being in a very just like high-end lifestyle like LA, you yourself being in Miami, we're just exposed to so much. And a lot of times we've dealt with women where when we first gained success, we just got money. We just thought, okay, you know what? We could just provide for women, take care of them, do the right thing. But then you realize over time, these women are just like draining you. So if it's not a woman that's actually like, you know, edifying you and pouring into you, over time, it's just going to deplete you of your resources. You can't really, you know, get to like the superstar level as a man that you want to achieve. And so that's really my number one thing is just helping men realize that they're the prize, especially if you've already done the work, you're making the money. Like, how as a man, how are you not the prize? Like, you know, especially, you know, I think we've gotten to a point in time where we just don't value good men. Like, good men are still, they're such a rare thing. Even as men, we think about ourselves, like, in terms of a brotherhood, it's hard to find a good brother. It's hard to find someone you can rely on. So when you take that same aspect and you put that in dating and you take a man that is financially successful, he does have good morals, you know, he is, you know, an upstanding individual. That is the prize. That individual, he's everything. You know, he is the root, or you can say like he is like the root of his family. And so I just really want to help establish that dominance again in society, because I think as men we've almost taken the passenger seat in relationships, and we should understand and reclaim our dominance. And so yeah, that's really my platform.
I think your platform probably upsets a lot of women.
For sure.
I think it which is, you know, kind of like natural in this territory. Whenever you're supporting men, I feel like women just come out of nowhere to kind of put it down. But let me ask you, right? What's like the worst backlash you've gotten from what you're doing? Because you're saying that men are the prize. This is like, girls don't like hearing that. What do you kind of get like your haters?
I mean, I think at first, I guess you have two types. You have like the men that have so much ego and so much pride, like, oh, like, I'm the man, I do this, I do everything, I don't need any help. So these are the guys who are like, oh, you know, this isn't the way, you're not necessarily being a man. It's like, shut up, bro. You're like, these are the same guys that you're not really living that good anyway. Like, you're not taking care of your own family. You're not really having a good life. Like, you having money, bro. You want more money. Like, who's getting money doesn't want more money. So, like, how can you tell me as a man I'm any less of a man because I want a woman with money? Like, you sound delusional. And then with women, it's more so the aspect of they just feel intimidated, right? Because once again, it's just when a man knows his value, I think that when a lot of women, they tend to retreat from that type of man because he just knows his power, he knows his worth. And a lot of women, they have control in relationships because they're able to, you know, almost manipulate a man and make a man just spend the entirety of his relationship appeasing her and always validating her, you know, always assuring her. And so that takes away from your identity. And so I think for women, it's just one of those things where they initially can be offended, but any woman that actually sits down and look through the content, I'm saying everything is positive. I'm not speaking on behalf of men that aren't taking care of themselves or aren't successful. Like, these are men that are already doing well for themselves. I'm just saying that these men should also be aligned with women that are also doing well for themselves. If you think about it, bro, I'm really pushing a feminist agenda in a sense.
Equality.
Like, that's equality, bro.
Yeah.
Like we built this society where women have elevated themselves. They're, you know, on a more equal financial plane. So would you not want these successful women to be aligned with successful men?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like what you're saying is very logical. And I think it takes away from like the agenda. I think so. Back in the day, you're a girl, you had like 20, 30 dudes in your town, right? 15 of them are weird, 5 of them are married, you got 10 dudes to choose from, and this is what you kind of have to go off of. Okay, he has a job. Like literally that was the requirement. Do you have a job? Are you making money? And back then all men had jobs because women were not in the workforce. But now women are making just as much money as men, if not more in certain aspects. Like a lot of younger women make more than their male counterparts, are more educated. They actually have better career movement. There's a whole book actually made on why women aren't promoted as much, and it's because they don't ask. Like when men come to the office, they're like, I want to be this, I want to be that. Women don't necessarily have the same career ambitions as men, but they still are making a lot of money, especially at entry level positions, like they're doing very well. And I think for so long, we've pushed the narrative where, you know, you need to take care of a woman. Like this is your job. Like you're not a real man. Like, how are you a man calling yourself a man? You're not paying for everything and taking care of everything from A to B. But realistically, in the economy today, partnership is the best thing that you could have. Because although we like, a lot of women say, I want a provider men, to be at that level, you got to be like top 5% of men. Like the mailman back in the day could provide for the whole family. Now, not really the case. Like not the dream vacations, and girls glorify that, oh, a provider man. And low key, I feel bad for those men sometimes because you could marry a server, you could marry XYZ girl. She would do nothing for you in your life that another woman would line up to do. And it's like what you're supposed to do. And society will hate on you if you're not paying for everything and taking care of her. I mean, what would you have to say is the biggest problem with dating today for men?
The biggest problem, I would say, I would honestly, I just think it's more so like the perspective, man, in a sense of, yeah, we just put women on the pedestal, bro. Like I just think this ideology of, all right, actually no, the biggest problem, we don't want to be alone. I think men have to come to terms with like just being alone. Like in a sense of, we aren't just put on this earth to have a wife. Like even, I don't know what your beliefs are, but myself, even as a Christian.
I'm Christian.
Right. So one of the scriptures is, it's, you know, it's not good for man to be alone, that he should, you know, have a partner and things like that, or have a helpmate. But a helpmate doesn't always have to be a spouse. That's brotherhood. That's family. That's friends. It's just not good for man to be alone. And so I think that's the number one thing where if men, we could just find peace with being alone and with ourselves, we wouldn't be out here causing what we've created this market. We've done this ourselves, bro.
Yeah.
We've done this all because, once again, right, what's been pushed to us is like, oh, you have to marry by a certain age, you have to have a family. Not to say that you don't, as a man, that is like one of the greatest things you can do is achieve a legacy. But I think the most important thing is just like finding your purpose within yourself. And so many men, and even myself too, at one point in time, like I was in that state of, I achieved everything. I got the money. I got, you know, I've done this for my family. And I got the accolades now. Oh, it's time to get my girl. It's time to find my partner, the love of my life. And so I think that's probably one of the biggest lies also has been sold to men, is like this ideology of like, you have to find like your person.
Because marriage back in the day was like a status symbol.
Man, right? And then it also too, like, it's just become so monetized. I mean, even think about like the phases of marriage, from the proposal, the engagement process, the wedding, like, you know, it's all just, it's consumerism, bro.
It's very financially, it's crazy.
It's driven by consumerism. And so for me, I just think that it's really diluted the ideology of what it really means to have partnership and to align with someone. Now it's just not organic and authentic.
What can you give me?
What can you give me? All right. And then what's your ethnicity?
What'd you say? But Indian.
All right. So like, where part of India are you from? Where's your family
I'm from South India, Hyderabad.
All right, so I'm from like Cameroon. I don't know the conditions of where you're from, but I'm from like a village. Like,
yeah, it's like, it's built up now, but it's not built up at the same time. Like one city, one area is like super nice. 10 minutes over, like the slums, you know?
So coming from the slums, bro, like we've come from the dynamic of, we've seen our family structure where the mom, dad, everyone's helping each other.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where we come from. And like, that is, you just take away, you break away everything and just like the bare the barest sense of humanity, just existing itself. We're here to help each other, bro.
Yeah, when my parents came to America, my mom and dad were both working. My dad still ran the house. My mom actually made more than my dad at one point by a little bit, right? They were both making like 35, 40,000. This is years ago. That was like a good income back in the day, like talking like 3 years ago, you know what I mean? And my mom made more, but she still came home, she still cooked, she still cleaned. My dad did a lot of stuff too. It's not like he just ordered her around the house. But this was the dynamic. It was like both people like, yo, we're immigrants, we have nothing here. We need to like tooth and claw. But I think like that's where people become the best. Like when because now we have women making just as much money as men. And based off my research, women want a man that makes about 36% more than them. So you got a girl that's making like 60, 70,000. She wants a man that's making six figures. There ain't a lot of guys like that. She's demanding all this. They're fighting. And then we have all this marketing where it's like, you need a rich man. You need this. You need that. And it just fucks up everything, you know? I mean, if I were to ask you this, would you ever get married? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I would do it. But for me, it's really like, it's a financial play, like in a sense of, I know the woman I'm marrying, like, is setting up my legacy for a couple of generations. Like, I'm not getting married just because of love, bro. Like, that's nonsense.
So what are the requirements that you would have for yourself for the woman that you marry and like be with?
So for me, it's definitely being equally yoked. So like, right, she's also a believer, because I think that strips away a lot.
Yeah.
Just when you already have a woman that believes in the same faith as you. That's the number one thing. She's successful in her own endeavors, wherever that is, comes from a good family. And that is honestly the number one thing for me, just good head on her shoulders. She's doing well in her career. And yeah, like her family is going to help my family multiply for a lot of generations.
A lot of men don't care about what a woman makes.
It's crazy, yo.
And that's like a big concept, right? Because this is the thing about dating, right? The number one thing that I think men look at when it comes to dating, and this is why a lot of guys go broke. Like a lot of guys fuck up their bag because they chase women and they spend a lot of their buying drinks at the bar, going to dinners. Like, bro, this is like $1,000, $2,000 a month. Where when you're young, bro, like that's a lot of money, bro. For some people, I get it. It's like, you know, you got it. I get it. Like, you know, but for the majority of men, like $200 on dinner, $300 on dinner is quite financially expensive. And I think a lot of men focus on, they don't focus on money. And so if you had a 20-year-old guy right now, he's young, he comes to you, hey, I want advice on dating, I want to be able to meet women, what would you recommend for him?
She look good and make sure she come from money. Okay. That'll be the number one thing. So for me too, like my first exposure to just like this whole thing of like trust fund baddies, right? I went to Howard. So Howard is
predominantly black school,
but it's where like the wealthiest black families in the world send their kids. And so I'm going to school with like these gorgeous girls who also just come from money. Like one of the first girls I dated at Howard, her family had a reality TV show. Dad got like a private jet. You know, it was a former pro professional player. Man. I was hooping. That was cool. So that was my first exposure, right? Then the second girl I dated at Howard, her dad's like a top medical guy. He was like working on like the best soccer players in the world and stuff like that. 3-story lake house in Canada. She's like a doctor now. So I just always been exposed to women like that. So I would just tell a guy that make sure you align with that type of woman.
What you're saying is so normal. It's so understandable. It's so logical, but society is so against it.
It's so backwards.
So like in 2015, right, we had the slut walk, which is really what pushed feminism to like a crazy degree. My body, my choice. I do whatever the fuck I want. You can't tell me anything, which low-key benefited men. It fucked up marriage because my biggest thing that I think that fucked up marriage is the fact that me and you can go downstairs to a bar, pin a girl, bring her back, done. That has never been a concept in the last 40 years. Like, we couldn't do that 30 years ago unless we're marrying her. So women are like, why are men not wanting to get married? It's because, like, you made it available so easily for us to go and sleep and hook up with you, which was most of the men that get married, unfortunately, it's to sleep with this woman, to have access to her, to make her theirs. Once a guy is able to do that in society, it kind of makes it very easy. But what you're saying is, like, almost so taboo because for years we pushed the narrative that men need to provide, do all this stuff. I mean, I think that like dating a broke woman is a very like, I think it's a lot of men like it because it's easy for them because they instantly get value. You're making a little bit of money. She's broke, but she's like a server. She's good looking. It makes you feel like the man.
Like a superhero.
But I think like, what are your thoughts on like, how does that negatively affect you long term?
Oh, bro, that was the position I was in. Like I got engaged to a woman that just like, and she wasn't even in a sense of like, I'm gonna say broke, but like, it wasn't like she wasn't working. It's just she had a very modest career. Like wasn't, you know, she wasn't nothing that in terms of she was aspiring for a lot. But even then, that's something where I realized I was settling and like I just have such a restricted life, you know, and it's limiting, right? I mean, and then especially you think about it too, like there's just some girls who they just come from a different type of money. Even like I know girls I've gone on dates like, oh, I just brought my mom a $500,000 house, like.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, you talk to some girls and like, oh, their family has like a crazy, you know, real estate portfolio, like houses all over Europe. Like,
But do you think you're able to get that because of who you are? Like you're a sharp dude, you look good, you're tall as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like the regular guy. See, like me, I'm a lot different from you, you know? And I built my life up to where I can now negotiate for it. But like if I was like young me, no money, this, that, and third.
bro, you got money, you gotta drop your nuts.
Yeah,
That's what it come down to, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, even if I wasn't me, bro, I'm gonna be rich as hell. Like, if I, you know, it's like a balance where God either give you looks or like a lot of money.
But a lot of guys would argue, like, and say, I'm throwing devil's advocate out here, right? Oh, you can get it because you're this, you know, like that, that and the third.
I'm not gonna sit there and act like I'm not able to get it because of that, for sure. Does it make it easier for me? Absolutely.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But like, even when I was even like younger, like when I was coming up, and I was starting to get money, it would be little things where like I would buy like a Givenchy hoodie. Yeah. And I gotta make sure Givenchy's on the chest. When I walk in the spot, they know I'm getting money. Like I would buy the Gucci hoodie, make sure the double G's is on the chest. So even before then, there were still certain things I would do to elevate myself. Because as men, we just can't act like we can just show up and a woman's going to just want us. Like we have to, there has to be some type of, some value add that she sees.
In you.
In us, right? So whatever that is, I mean, I would have some type of complex about something. So regardless if I wasn't myself, I didn't have all these features, there would be something I would be so obsessed about and so good at, like women would have to still like love me because like I'm the best in the world at this specific thing. So I think that's the most important thing as a man is just find something that like just no one else in the world can dominate and you just be really confident in that one thing itself, whatever it is. So even like us being different, like, bro, you a handsome guy, you getting money. You know
the formula is the same. I tell this to all guys. I just like to, right. Like dudes are like, this dude's 6'6". I'm like, the formula is the same, bro. You're 6'6", ripped, get like work out, make money, it's the same thing. If you're 5'6" or 6'6", it's the same shit.
Bro, you getting money, take care of yourself, you look good, smell good.
Women are all gonna,
they're gonna be there, bro. Because at the end of the day, someone has to finance their experience.
100%.
That's what I say.
What do you think about the girls like that say, I want to be a housewife, I want to be a traditional wife, I don't want to work, I want a man? Like, what is your dating out? Like, what do you think is gonna happen to them?
Put her to work. You want to work? Put her to work.
But I want to raise a family. I want to raise the kids.
You gonna work?
You gonna work?
Listen. She got to clock her on that 40 hours at the crib. She got to work.
She got to work.
I'm telling you, bro, she got to work, bro. That's cool, but she gonna be working. Like,
and a lot of girls like that. The thing about girls that they self-sabotage. They'd be like, oh, then I'm not.
You sound crazy. You gonna listen? You want to do that? You want to be traditional? Get the meals ready. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the kids are set up for this, after school programs, like all that. But it's like, still put her to work. That's cool. If she wants to be a traditional woman, like, and I think as a man too, right? Isn't that that's a good goal to aspire for? It's like you do so well that your wife.
She don't have to worry about.
She has to worry about it, right? And then like whether she's, you put her as a partner in your business, whatever, but that's a great dynamic. But still, she needs to be like really invested at the home and like just make sure everything is taken care of.
Your main thing is like, what does she bring to the table?
What is she bringing, bro? Like, I don't. Whatever it is, like, there's some women too. Like, there's some girls I know you probably dated girls that are like, I want to be a mother.
Yeah, I've dated girls that were very, very successful. I've dated girls that are also, I just want to be taken care of.
But you ever dated girls like, I want to be a mother? You ever dated that's like, she's like I like my purpose in life is like it's to raise kids and things
just
like
be
that.
At home,
And it's like that's a beautiful thing. Like that's a great thing. It's like who wouldn't want to be aligned with that? And there's some women who have that aspiration and they come from money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. So that's a good thing too, but nonetheless, it's just I just still want a woman she's not just going to be at home, and I got a maid for her, and we got.
It's miserable, bro. That's the most.
Bro, like she's going on shopping trips. Existing. She's just there.
It's like a pet, low key,
bro. That's all it is, dog. It's like it's an overgrown.
But
daughter.
I feel like it's even worse for those women because, like, here's the thing, right? This is the thing that women don't really understand until you put it in their perspective. If you got a man in your life that's taking care of everything, he's paying the bills, he's doing this, he's got a maid. Why the fuck does he need you?
I know.
He could wake up one day and say, "Listen, this was fun, this was real, but it wasn't real fun." Like, he could. I'm gonna go talk to Sarah. She's 10 years younger than you. This has been a great 10 years. Blah blah blah. And that's what women are afraid of. And I'm like, yo, you put yourself in that position, low key.
Yeah, even like, she want to be at the crib, that's cool. Like, be running like my nonprofit or something. Just do something that's it's edifying our legacy. That's just
Yeah, I get
helping
what
us
you're
build
saying.
up. Like just something. Help me build something.
Dating women that are working, it's not even like I've dated ultra rich women and I've dated women that are just like grinding and they're building and they're doing stuff. And the ones that are like grinding and building, like those are the best ones in my opinion, because they value money. They value your money because they're making money themselves, and they do nice things for you. They reach. I don't think this is another controversial opinion that I get flamed for. If she's not spending money on you, she don't fuck with you.
Oh, right, 100%.
Fundamentally,
100%.
like
I need
people
that.
spend money on things that they like. When girls say, "Oh, like I'm not gonna buy this," I'm not gonna like. What the fuck? She
Sounds
don't really
crazy.
fuck with you. You're just financing her.
Sounds crazy. Yes, yeah, for sure. Even me, like even if I'm hooking up with a chick, whatever. After a few dates, if she's not like just kind of showing me some love, like offering me something, I'll just stop talking to her. Like it's just no point. Like I kind of do that too myself, where it's just like I'll date girls, and I'm definitely expecting her to offer something by like date number 3, 4. Like what's going on? But
What's your playbook for meeting these women? Sorry, like
oh
these
no,
women
bro.
exist out there.
Oh yeah, I just pull up on them in person, bro. I'm
No, but like if I'm looking for that trust fund baddie, like what is there a specific spot?
I mean,
is there specific lines? Give me the sauce.
I mean, yeah, wherever the money is at, right? I mean, once again, like I live in Santa Monica. Right now, we in Miami. Like I'm traveling to places that's just wherever the money is at, you know. And then my number one thing is I definitely go off like aesthetics. I mean, of course, who isn't superficial in terms of you love a good-looking woman, nice physique. I'm definitely kind of looking for how is she styled. You know, I do like brands. And I do love designer stuff, so I kind of look for certain pieces. But my number one thing is like once I'm just engaging with them, I don't really spend too much time talking to a woman because I think then she'll get bored. But I'll at least somewhat vet her quickly, like where you from, you know, are you visiting? If not, you know, cool. And it kind of get to the point, bro. You know, get her number, offer, take her out somewhere, and then like once I'm on a date, then I kind of do more of the vetting of like, okay, like what do you do for work? Where'd you go to school? What does your family do? How many
Is
siblings?
it typically older women?
Nah, bro. I'm not really like into the old heads for real.
Because
Like,
this is like I'm asking the questions that people might ask. You
yeah,
know?
no, I mean, like, I'm honestly like my roster right now, bro. Probably like a girl right now, probably like the youngest on my team, probably like 23. Oldest on my team, like my age, like 30. But I usually don't really talk to like girls much older. I'll like, you know, talk to them casually, but no, I usually like to date girls my age or like a little younger. I'm not really into like older women like that.
And when you're on a date, what are you asking them? Like what kind of questions?
I mean, I'll be honest, bro. Like, for me now, I'm not dating to marry, bro. So I'm just here to have fun. So I mean, granted, when I am there, a lot of times I'm just kind of I'm more of a mirror kind of thing where I'm keeping the conversation at a level where it's just enjoyable. I'm not really trying to get too deep. So for me, it's more so, you know, yeah, like surface level things. I think sometimes too, like you try to get too deep with women, especially the first date. They don't really like that either.
They want fun.
They want fun, bro. So that's my thing too. Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh yeah, like I want a wife. No, bro. Like
A lot of guys play the game like they try to get really spiritual with her. Like, yeah,
nah,
like I'm
bro.
different.
You're
I'm
gonna
like,
push her away, bro.
You're gonna push her away.
I'm keeping it cool, bro. I'm keeping it G for real. So you know, I feel like the only time I get deep with a girl, there's just some girls where the conversation is just so natural.
Yeah.
It flows like that. Like I got this one girl recently, I bagged. I have to pull up on her like next week. I'll say this too, bro. I kind of love girls that live in like different spots too.
Yeah.
I kind of just love to have, you know, a little play here, a little play over there. But yeah, bro. But this one girl I'm about to pull up on next week. We've been having a crazy conversation. She just asked so many questions and like, you know, she's really inquisitive. And so the conversation goes. And so for me, I kind of just like to reflect the energy. So I go there myself. I am very high energy myself, but if she's giving me good vibes, I kind of just keep it there. I don't really try to go too deep. And then, yeah, I think I feel like when I was in those phases where I would try to get to know a girl a lot, I try to get really deep. Bro, you never get date number 2, bro.
Yeah, I think like it's women like they market the advice that women give is like the advice that like will turn them away.
I'm telling you, they're not looking for like, most women are just looking for a good time, to be honest.
Most women are looking for fun. Most women are liking to be stimulated. And honestly, what's fucked up is when she's asking you to open up and talk more and be more deep, that's the best scenario. You got the best scenario right there, and then you don't do it. Because every guy I know that opens up to a girl, this is my controversial advice, like number 55, right? Never ever tell your girl your problems.
No.
Never ever open up about your financial issues. Never ever. You got a bad day, you talk to your boys. Yo, I'm struggling here. I need to make more money. I need this. Bro, help me. Like, you know, that's the way you should go. I never tell girls, I'm really stressed out. I'm really this, I'm that. Even on my baddest days, I'm like, I'm good. I'm this, that. Sometimes I throw it in there, like here and there, just to, yeah, I make you this, I make you that. But to be honest, bro, it's never.
They're not trying to hear that.
If I'm bankrupt, I'm like, yo, life is good right now. Like, look at the sun is shining.
And I'll tell you, that's the energy, honestly. Like, you got to sell these women a dream, bro, at all times. Even when it's bad, like, women just want to be sold. Like, that's what they love being sold to, bro. So that's definitely, I agree with that as well.
They love romance. They like a guy that's carefree.
They love romance. They love drama. That's another thing, too. I feel like, if you keep things, like,
too cool, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. But then, like, once you got her hooked a little bit, you got to spice it up, stress her out a little bit. Like, had a girl text me, like, what you doing this weekend? I'm going to Miami.
Yeah.
Come on. No reply. Because she know what time it is.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, she know what time it is. Like,
there's a lot of dudes that are like, I don't do anything. I don't talk to women. I don't do this. And then, you know what happens? She gets too comfortable.
Too comfortable. I got them stressed. I got to
keep them stressed.
My team is stressed.
That's hilarious.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, I keep my players stressed, bro. Like, they need a little.
The contract can be cut anytime.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
It's like Steph Curry. It's like.
Listen, the only reason why he's still on the Golden State Warriors is he's been putting up buckets for so long. Let's like LeBron breaking his streak of like double digits.
You can never. Who said this? That you can never be. I forget. I think it might have been Chad. Like when they got Luka off the mat. They were like,
that was me, bro.
Was it you?
That was me, bro.
Was it you?
That was my first videos I got viral off of.
It was you.
Bro,
yeah, it was. You're never too good. You're a star player. You gotta get. That was you.
That was me, bro. Listen, man. You never too good. My star player can get benched and traded immediately. Yeah. I don't care. Like you got to be a superstar player. Like you're not LeBron. You're out of here. You're not Kobe. You're out of here.
What are the conversations that you have with them? Like, because my strategy is very, very simple. I'm talking to a girl, whatever it is. I'll be like, yeah, I'm about to go grab dinner with a friend of mine. Oh, she's a girl. Like, who is the girl? Blah blah. She just, hey, well, whoa. Like,
bro, I don't really.
I just throw it in there.
I don't even say that. I just show it, bro, in a sense of like you go to my story. I'm posted up with a baddie.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You know I'm
but
outside.
it's like the same thing, but you're doing it at another level. You're
subtle.
more.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm just show it. Like, come on, yo. I'm not. For me too. When I'm dealing with women, I tell them up front, like, I'm definitely not looking for anything that's like a serious relationship. Like, I don't want to give you that. But I'll be honest though, most girls appreciate that too.
Most girls love that because you know what? Bro. Women love honesty.
And they sometimes too, that kind of makes them want to chase to turn you into the guy that commits to them.
100% because they see your transparency, they know what they're getting into, and it's like, would I rather deal with this guy that's like, I want to marry you, I'm looking for this right now, or would I rather be with a guy that, and honestly, women like to change the guy. They love that. Like, I'm going to change him. It's like a challenge for them almost. Like, I'm going to convert him into a worshiper of me. Go ahead.
You want a girl to get hooked, tell you a bad guy. Like, I'm a terrible guy for you to be with.
I'm a bad boyfriend. I'm a terrible person.
Bro, I'm not the guy you want to be with. There's one girl asked me like, oh, like, you in a relationship? I said, hell no. I just said it so fast though. She's like, oh my goodness. But it's just like stuff like that. You just gotta just keep her on her toes, bro. Like, I'm in all black. Like, come on, bro. What time it is?
I do the same thing
in
the
all
opposite
black
way.
too. Like, with some demons.
always all black. We demon time out here.
I'm telling you, bro.
I always tell girls that you wouldn't like dating me. You wouldn't like being with me. Because I work all the time. I don't got time for anybody else. I don't have time to listen to your stories. You know, like if you're dealing with a problem and it's the middle of the day, I'm not the guy you should be calling. Right. You could call me. You could talk to my assistant. You got another girl dealing with your problems. Like, that's great. But like at the same time, you need the best. Another thing too, I'll tell you, just to segue in another subject. I think the reason that men get caught in cheating is because, and women don't get caught because we love being the side dude. Like that's the best position for a guy. You have a dude that's taking you out to dinner on Valentine's Day, doing all this kind of stuff. We'll never tell. Like, you know what I mean? Men don't like to kiss and tell when they're in that elite position, the side dude. But girls, the moment you treat the main girl better, she's like, I'm gonna tell her, and they hold that against you. It's why like a lot of guys get caught cheating because women will tell other women after they did the whole thing. Yeah. They'll do whatever they wanted to do with him. He don't want to be in a relationship with you and leave your girl. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna tell your girl. I'm gonna force you to fucking force your hand. Men never do that. We never like, hey, I'm gonna tell your dude that I did this. Like, it's always gonna be a fight. It's always gonna be war. It's never good. What's your opinion on how women should be dating in 2026? How should they move if they want to meet the guy of their dreams? What's your reverse advice?
I would say women should be a little more generous. I think be willing to give at times. I really do think that women that are going to secure the best relationships in this like era are just women that just go into relationships being willing to give even before they receive anything. I think that is really the best thing. I think it's something that resonates with a lot of men. I mean, because I think we're just so used
Women
to
don't like hearing that though.
Yeah, they don't like hearing it. But it's like, bro, as men, we don't receive anything from women.
We
Like,
don't get
we don't
shit.
get anything, bro.
We don't get
Nothing.
shit.
So I think the moment that a woman just does even like the smallest like gesture, it's just like no. To me, it's very thoughtful.
I'll tell you something. Like one of the last girls I dated, right? This is how she got me. Okay, so this is a game I give to all women out here. Most of the female clients that come to me are around 26 to probably like 35. Like they're in the range where like, look, I'm over 25. I need to get serious about dating. And I give them advice and they freak out. They're like, I've never heard that before. And the girl that I dated, like, she was like second to last, I would say. When I first met her, we went on a walk with the dogs, right? And then I went to the car. We're about to leave. She's like, hey, I made some food for you. I thought you'd be hungry. She meal prepped me this little thing, like chicken, some vegetables. I'm like, why'd you make this? She's like, I just thought you'd be hungry after the walk. I'm like, okay. She's like, let me know how you like it. Ate it. She called me up later. She's like, hey, did you like it? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I can bring you more if you want. I'm like, you could, like, but you don't have to. Like, I was like, met her up again. We went on another walk. Low effort date, right? Low effort, nothing. Like, I'm not buying anything. I just told her, hey, I'm really busy. I go on these hikes with my dog. You're more than welcome to join, because she swiped up on a photo of my dog. Like, oh my God, I love your dog. And then next thing you know, she brought me some more meal preps. I'm like, you didn't have to bring these. And she's like, I would make you more, but like, I just don't really have like the funds like that to do it. And I'm like, I could give you money to go shopping for me and you could meal prep for me. And it was just like, we're joking, but she's like, I'll do it. So next thing you know, I'm working in my office. I'm in meetings and meetings and meetings with clients. And she's like, hey, I'm going to come over with the meals. I'm like, no, I'm like working right now. Like I won't even be able to talk to you for like 3-4 hours. I'm going to be locked in the room. So it's fine. Came over, cleaned my place, organized the meals, walked my dog. And this started going on for like a month to where I was like, yo, where the fuck my keys at? Like, oh, I need this girl, bro. And she would just do things for me, like all the time, small things. She would get me candles. She didn't have a lot of money, but she would do this kind of stuff. Like her family came from money, but she didn't have like expendable income unless it was like her bills were paid. Her car was paid by her dad and everything like that. So she didn't need anything from me, but she would always try to do these small things. And I'm like, months later, I asked her, I'm like, why'd you do all that stuff? She's like, I knew you were successful. I knew you were this. So I would do things for you. And yeah, like I like hunted you. And I'm like, that's genius. That's genius strategy. And I give it to women all the time. Like, yo, you got a guy that you really like, go do some dumb shit on the first date. It's not going to cost you anything. Like, they're like, I'll never do a man's laundry. Why? It's free. It's free. Clean this place for free. And women will be like, that is insane. Until I'm married, I'm like, this is how you get a guy to look at you differently. Like, if I'm taking you out to dinner and I'm buying you a nice, drink stuff, I'm fucking doing it. I'm like, you're on my time. This is my table. I'm the one paying for everything. So in a sense, you don't owe me anything, but like, this is my setup, okay? But when you do something different for a man, so I tell girls like on the first date, bring him a candle, bring him a card, like a thank you, like just some dumb shit that separates you so quickly. It don't even have to be expensive. It could be a plant. Hey, I brought you this plant. I thought you might like. I love cactuses. Here's a small cactus. Home Depot, $7. And he's gonna remember you for fucking ever. And he's gonna like, hey, I just thought of you. And that separates you from all. I'm spending $200 on Diana. I took Maria to the basketball game. I did, but Sarah brought me a plant and she brought me some cookies. Another fire tip: always have cookies. Like, bake some cookies and put them in your purse. Be like, hey, I got you some cookies. Like, men love dumb shit like that. This is some like G advice I give to girls. You know what I mean?
That's how I got trapped, bro. That's what got me. I was engaged at one point, and that was.
Tell me about that.
Yes, I was. I went to Paris for a month, man. It was funny because I made like a lot of money one summer, and I was like, you know what? I'm just in LA, like, just going crazy, bro. I was like, I just need to slow down. Let me go to Paris to focus. Paris. And so I went out there, bro. And the first day I'm there, I go into like this lounge bar. And my ex-fiance, she was like the host. I was like, I'm like, dang, she looks good. So I'm talking to her. I'm like, she's asking me where I'm from. And I was like, I'm from LA, but originally I'm from Cameroon. She's like, oh, Cameroon. I love Cameroon. I'm like, what's a girl that looks like you doing in Cameroon? So we were just talking about, she did like, this is when I was saying she didn't make a lot of money, but she did essentially like humanitarian work type stuff. So so anyway, took her out on a date a few days later for like dinner or whatever. But I remember like the first week of us talking, she would like pick me up to like take me to the next spot. Like the next date, she would pick me up for our next date. And then like one time I need to wash my clothes. She came over, got all my clothes, took it to her place, washed it, and brought it back. And I was like, yo, I don't get this type of treatment in America.
Yeah.
Cooking me dinner. And I was just hooked just from that moment. So those small gestures go a long way. I mean, I basically put a ring on a girl's finger just because she was doing my laundry and cooking for me during the month of me being in Paris.
But girls are so against that shit.
They're so against it. But then once again, too, going back to that, when I said I'm going to put her to work. Like, that's what I mean by like, she got to work at the crib. Like, that's cool. You don't want to have a job. But it's like at home, you have to really make it feel like a home. And that takes a lot of effort. Even a guy like me, I mean, I could even tell yourself, I'm a very clean guy too. I pick up after myself and things like that. You know, I do laundry, dishes, everything. I cook. And so if I can do so much of that for myself, I really would want that to be automated if a woman is just doing nothing. Like that has to be automated at home. I can't think about...
Bro, it's crazy.
I can't think about the home when I get there, bro. Because once again, that's like as long as she treats the home like a business. But once again, that's why I talk about dealing with women that just come from money because they just treat life more like a business. So even you ask me about marriage, I only marry if it makes good business. It's a good business.
Marriage is a business.
It's like basically once again like you're doing a like almost like an acquisition, but it's a merger.
Yeah,
2 companies merging together, bro. So it's like it has to make sense.
You're in business with this person to raise a family, to raise a child, to live in the same house. You're eating food together. You're organizing the fridge together. The carpet has to be cleaned a certain way. Like, yo, it is literally 100% business. And that's why I tell men, like, you marry I'd rather take a 5 or 6 with a great personality, great work ethic, comes from a good background than a 10. Back in the day, like I was
5 or 6 though, gang.
I would rather do that than a 10. But the thing is, like, back in the day when you're young, you're like, I'm gonna date a girl just because she's hot.
For sure.
That's all it was, bro.
Sure.
Like, your girlfriend's hot. Like, my dude broke up with his girl when he was young. She was a really good looking girl, but terrible personality. I'm like, yo, you tripping. And then I met her. I'm like, yo, fuck this bitch, bro. Like, she's terrible. But I'd rather take a girl that's like, there was a girl after one of my breakups. She was like my rebound, right? And she was so nice, bro. So good. She wasn't that good looking, though.
She still got a chance, sound like.
But great body, but the face wasn't like crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But bro, she would cook for me, clean for me, like bring me stuff. Like she knew I was going through a breakup too. She knew I was upset over this girl. I'd be crying to her about another girl. She still give me everything. And I'm like, she went up like 2-3 points in my scale. It still didn't make the cut, but bro, she went up 2-3 points in my scale. And I'm like, yo, it goes a long way.
It goes a long way. I definitely see. I used to joke around my boy a lot. I'll give him a hard time, but like definitely as we get older, you see why like, for sure, bro. That 7, 8 that just treats you really well is way better than that 10.
It's way better, bro.
Better than that 10,
it's nicer.
bro.
You got peace of mind. I mean, let me ask you this too. There's a trend now where younger men are not wanting to date. They don't want to get married anymore. Men are not wanting to get married anymore. Okay, why do you think that is? And what are your thoughts about it? You think it's a bad thing, good thing?
I mean, I think it's all because of we've all just waking up to the realization that it's all about money. It's a money grab. That's why it's just turned off a lot of men. I do think it's a bad thing in the sense that we're not going to have a lot of families.
Yeah.
I do think birth rates also are going to probably decrease. But hopefully it's a cycle that I don't really see a turning point though, man. I really do think it's one of those things where, I mean, not to be one of those like, like in the sense of like, the world just needs to come to an end. Honestly, bro. And for all this to just reset, that's just the only thing that's going to solve all this.
I think it's like a major pullback. Like I trade stocks. I always look at things like pullbacks and stuff. Women for so long, my body, my choice. I don't need a man. I don't need your shit. I buy it myself. And now it's pushed men so far away. We used to get married to virgins. Like this was like, yo, you marry a girl, you know her dad has made sure she's not with anybody else. Like it still is this way in 50% of the world. That's why people are like so shocked. I'm like, yo, 50% of the world still operates like this. Like you go to any brown town overseas, this is how it goes, bro. Like they go crazy. Like, bro, you don't understand. Like they be checking the girls' stuff during marriage. Like it's insane. Like I mean, it's a little crazy to think of now. Like we live in Miami, we're more modern, but this is like regular, schmegular things that they do over there. Like they check a girl's virginity before the marriage, and if it's not good, they ain't blood, bro. They're like, man, you done. We're over. Yeah. But this is how it is, and men used to marry for this, but now you're marrying a girl that's been with the high school quarterback, this football player, this ex guy that was a tech CEO that's 50 years old that was like all over her, flew her out, whatever it may be. Like you're marrying these girls, and I think a lot of men are repulsed by it. I think the biggest drawback is in our communities because kids make communities good. Like when you have children, you give a shit about who your neighbor is. You give a shit about like the sidewalk being safe and this pedophile in your neighborhood. But like with men now, like we don't
want that.
We could walk the streets by ourselves. We don't give a shit. Like, it don't matter. We're the threat, So, I mean, how do you think women can kind of reset this?
Man,
you don't think it's not going to ever happen?
I just social media has cooked us, man. And it's one of those things where we just open Pandora's box. We can't close it. We've been exposed to too much. I mean, I mean, it's just, once again, right? I mean, just even beyond dating with this OF, like,
AI porn is crazy too. Like
you
men
know,
that
just, it's porn on all over Twitter. I mean, you open up IG, like the algorithm is feeding you nothing but like naked women.
Yeah.
Booty. It's all
porn.
you see.
It's straight up
It's
porn.
crazy. So it's just like the world is just, it's over, bruh, in the sense of all you can do is just try to surround yourself with the few good individuals left. But I think across the board, it's only going to get worse. I mean, I think just marriage rates are going to get lower.
Women are going to be predictions for women. Like what they're not going to find marriage.
I mean, I think what's going to be is just we're going to really start buying into like, how they're basically doing surrogate birth and stuff like that. I mean, that's just going to be, I just think that's just the position we're going to. It's going to be a lot. I mean, literally like, it's going to be an artificial world, bro.
You think polygamy is going to go up?
I don't necessarily see that per se. I don't necessarily think so. I mean, honestly though, I could see that in the sense of there's just going to be, because right now the middle class is being wiped out. So either rich or poor.
Yeah.
So it's going to be so many just men, like just a handful of just rich men where it's like.
They have access to all the women.
They have access to all the women, bro.
That's how I see it.
I can see that honestly, bro. I can see that honestly.
That's what I see in cities like this. Like,
Yeah.
there are the
Yeah.
top select 10% guys, look, status, influence, whatever it is. They have access to every girl. Every girl
Yeah.
is hooking up with this particular segment of guys. And this particular segment of guys, like I go to the gym here, like, like we all got the same girls DMing us. Like it's all the same, And it's fucked, but it's also like, this is the access point. And the average guy, the middle class of men dating is gone. Like you either got to get over this or you're cooked. You're cooked.
It's ugly, bro. It's ugly.
But girls are not getting commitment anymore. That's like the struggle.
No, it's done. It's done. All that this is like the drawback of you wanted the money, but you don't get no loyalty. You get all the money you want. You get the lifestyle, but you have no loyalty. We're not like there's one point in time where I think as men we'll be willing to die for a woman, But like that era is gone, Like
so if a girl wants commitment, you would say it's just going to be because this is the biggest sector of clientele that I get too. Women that want commitment. Women want the traditional marriage. Women want
you want commitment for a woman. Even if I was talking to your clients, you need to find like a good corporate guy.
Yeah,
You're not the dude is the multimillionaire independent entrepreneur. That's not happening. I think even it's just not happening.
It's too difficult.
It's just too difficult.
And
like think about even this access in terms of traveling. You fly in different places, all these cities.
too much of a headache.
It's too much. It's just you just have too much access.
Or you've got to be very okay with him. I'm in the insurance business. I own my own insurance brokerage, and there's a lot of people that are very, very successful. I'm the youngest guy in that space in terms of like the partnership, and the rest of the guys making over 100 million easy, all of them, right? Some in the $1 billion range. And I meet with their wives. I talk to them. And what's interesting is that these women did not marry them before they had money, like when they had money. Like they married them in like high school. Like a lot of these old, rich, mostly Caucasian type wives married them when they were like not big. They started working and there was a different era too. And I talked to them and I'm like, how do you feel about infidelity? How do you feel about your husband going away? She's like, I didn't marry him to fuck him. I didn't marry him to have sex every day. This is not why I married a man. I married him for legacy. I married him for purpose. I married him to be someone that can have my name immortalized, And I was like, man, the mindset of a lot of these women, mind you, these women are like 40, 50. They look good for 40, 50. They're put together. They're skinny. They're like in shape. They're very Southern, like in the way that their hospitality is. But they're okay with their men. Boys will be boys. Do whatever. And a lot of girls would be like they're like, that's disgusting, Yo,
that generation, that's how they think for real. Because to your point, they're about legacy.
Yeah.
And I think even a lot of those women are kind of like, I just don't want to know about it.
Yeah, they don't want to know about it. Like,
I just don't want to know. Just
you do what you want to do.
Not for it to not come back to me.
As long as it's
okay.
not in my face.
Exactly.
That's all they care about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think realistically though, for me, I would love to just be committed to one woman. I would love to have a woman that's like, you know what, there's just no reason for me to not put my all into it. But it's hard. It's like starting a unicorn company. It's just tough. Even if you're, it's just tough. So I think, if any man that does find that, it's just truly a gift.
What do you think about the passport bros and them trying to bring it over?
Man, the predator bros. That's what I call them,
The
man.
predator bros?
Yeah, I mean, I just like this. If you're already getting girls in the States and you're just traveling overseas and getting girls, that's cool. But I feel like a lot of them, at least the guys that seem to really be almost like the forerunners or like the representatives of it, they just look like guys that just never got girls before.
They're just going where they're paying for sex.
You know what I'm saying? He's like the one dude, like this one white guy, like one red hair white dude.
I know 100% what you're talking about.
It's just so creepy,
it's
bro.
Creepy. It's cringy.
It's creepy, bro. It's weird, bro. I hate that. Like why is men like? Why are we not calling that out, bro?
Dude, I called it out.
I mean, yeah, but it's just like think about how much of a world we live in now. It's like dudes like that have platforms and they really support it.
Bigger and
Bro,
they get supported. And I called him out.
They're getting like monetized. Like, bro, it's just that much of a sick world we live in, bro.
And you know what's crazy? Like, no disrespect to him, he knows the game. He knows he's getting paid for it. Like, he knows it's cringy too, which is the crazy part about it. Like, he knows, like, I've called him out on it, and I think he makes those videos on purpose so they're extra cringy. But I don't really think it's legit. Like, I don't think that's a real, because that is 100% prostitution. That is 100%, like, over there it's very legal. It's very normal. You can go to places like Colombia, Mexico, Thailand. You can get girls. There's streets filled with legalized prostitution. Very normal. They'll be your they'll be your girlfriend for $1,000, $1,500 a month. Like, it's easy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's simple stuff. But I think for a lot of guys that are making like 40, 50,000, like, I will say this, like, you ain't really good. If you were making 40, 50,000 in the United States, it's hard to find a girl here in the States that's really going to respect you and put you on that pedestal unless you're going for money.
That's it, bro. It's
That's why a lot of them go over there and they try to live their life. But what happens is, if they don't actually live there and actually immerse themselves in the culture, you're just getting a girl you don't even know where she's been.
You don't know where she's been, and too, it's still like, I don't want to lie. It's still a liability, bro. It just takes away and depletes you. And then my thing as well, there's a lot of girls overseas that also just still come from money. Like, I got this one girl.
Yeah.
I met this one girl like in LA. She's Italian though. And I was in Italy visiting her. And like, family got a crazy real estate portfolio. Got like some really nice houses in like southern Italy, stuff like that. And like, so it's like you can actually find a lot of high value women too overseas. Like, so I'm not against meeting women overseas. It's like, why are you going and finding like the most beautiful poor woman you could find?
That's because it puts them in a position of value.
That's just my thing. It's kind of like, I still think nonetheless, although yes, all right, some guys, they don't really care about legacy in the sense of all they care about is their lifetime. Like, you know what, if I live good, and by the time I die, I see my kids live good, I'm okay. For me, I'm thinking 100 years later. And so I just like, you can't make 100 years out of a woman that comes from nothing. It's just no way.
Would you ever settle down? Like, will you ever, like...
God willing.
Okay.
God willing.
You haven't found a girl, because I guess like that's a question that a lot of people ask. Like, people ask me this all the time. When are you going to find your wife? Oh, wow, you're 31 years old. Like, when are you going to settle down? I'm like, I would love to find a woman to settle down with. And I mean that like wholeheartedly. Like, I would really love to have one woman like in my life. But at the same time, like, the reason I'm not settling down right now is because I'm building my business. I'm building myself up. I'm still not where I need to be. I don't know. It'll always be more. That's another dark truth of life. But I have a goal in mind, financially, in my lifestyle, everything like that. And then I'm going to be like, okay, now I can chill out a little bit. Now I don't have to work as much, because a woman would severely inconvenience me. Like, having a girl in your life, unless she's financially, this is a big thing that I agree with you on. If I'm dating a girl right now, she needs to be in a position where she can actually help me in business. She needs to be someone that can advertise my business, get people in. She might have to operate it. That would make me be like, yo, I kind of look at you as better. A maid can cook for me and clean for me. Rich men, successful men, they hire a lot of escorts. People don't really understand this. Like, the reason that escorts are in business, like, you got to have a lot of money to get an escort. Like, rich men are buying them because it's easier. They're paying the woman to leave. Like, that's the biggest thing. So a lot of women say, oh, I can cook, clean, I could have sex with you, I could love you. Like, men can already get that for roughly $4,000 or $5,000 a month if you do the math. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they can get that, probably even less in certain places. But for me, I think she would really have to be an asset to my business. What's the number one thing for you if to commit? Because I'm trying to understand your psychology.
It's the same thing, business, man. It's all business for me. Like, it's really legacy.
So if you met a multimillionaire, self-made woman right now, how you would be like, hey, like, and she's nice, she's put together, she's cool.
I think at the same time too, she has also have to understand that at my current phase of my career, it's just not really helpful for me too right now to be in a relationship.
It's better to be single when you're doing what you're doing.
And so definitely I would just communicate that to her. Like, I do see a long-term thing, but she would have to be okay with this phase of me just building out my brand. And so that's another thing too, is like, I feel like even in the sense of me being with a woman, it's just she has to be okay right now with me building my brand.
Is it uncool to have a girlfriend?
I mean, it's not necessarily uncool, but it's like, I mean, unless she's like really just doing something where like you're just really like profiting off of it, like, what's the point of it? Because it takes so much as a man in terms of the time, the emotional time, like your physical time, how much you invest financially, your emotional investment. It just takes so much out of you.
It holds you back. I think
it holds you back. Even in terms of like we talk about right now doing content, like just me coming to Miami, for instance. Like, imagine you trying to go to Miami with a girl. She like, just what you got to deal with in terms of explaining it to her.
Bro, it's too much.
Even when you get back, it's a lot. And so definitely right now would like, I would lock in with her, but I would just still be completely like transparent about.
What if she does OnlyFans? She makes a lot of money.
Get
She's
out of here!
successful.
I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
Keep that.
I'm just asking, devil's advocate.
Well, I mean, man, I ain't trying to have my kids getting cooked in school, bro.
Yeah,
like,
cooked.
You know what I'm saying? You coming home to your daughter got like her brains blown out because she just seen what her mom did. You know, we don't talk about it, but it's gonna get dark in terms of.
It is gonna get. It's already getting there.
Effect? What's the ripple effect? We're not thinking about.
Yeah.
What happens? Like, to like the children of these OF girls. And
we had a kid in our school, and his mom was a Playboy model, like, and she was the dog. Like, we pulled up, like, she had 2 photos on the internet, 2 photos in a bikini, dog, bro. It was all over the school. Everyone was like, yo, like, get me your mom's number. Is it in the school directory? Like, bro, people were going at it with this dude, and he had like nothing to do with it. Like, this is something she did before for like a split second of her life, and then she went into a regular career, married a successful guy, like, you know what I mean? And then he got dogged.
You can always get attacked about it as a man. I think that's one thing too in terms of like protecting. Respect for me is big. I can't be respected. My woman isn't respected.
Yeah.
How you respect it, bro?
Yeah.
Like anyone that wants to just come at you, if someone can't get you as a man, who do they get? They get your loved ones, whatever. It's like as soon as somebody want to just get at you, we're like, oh, bro, this your girl, ain't it?
Yeah, it's over.
It's over. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just about respect, man. I gotta be respected.
It's always
bro.
this thing. Like, I always explain the scenario. If I'm beefing with the dude at a bar, right? Let's say I'm beefing with the dude at a bar, and 3 years ago I dogged this girl out. I won. Already won. Like, it's already over.
About?
Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's your. Oh, that's she's a great girl. You know when dudes say that too, like, hey, you got a good girl, bro. She got a really good girl. That's the worst one. Hey, that's the worst. Like, where you hug, like, you got a good one, bro. It's over.
I'm the guy that say that too. A couple times, so it's crazy.
I've said that multiple times to people. Like, she a really good girl,
She's a
bro.
good one, bro. Keep that, bro. Keep that.
Because you don't want it, and it's, oh man, it's the worst.
Can't go outside. That's why I was like, for me, it's just big about. Even the reputation matters, man. That's why I even understand like a lot of these like rich dudes be messing with the same girls. It's like you can get you a baddie that's just off the grid. No one's ever heard of her. Her dad's like some CEO of a company we don't even care about. Instead of like someone that's been like thrown around and mixed.
Why do you think a lot of the dudes mess with the same girl? You made a video about this.
Yeah, I think it's the ego thing too. Like, oh, he's done it. I'm going to do it too.
Yeah.
I think also it's probably in terms of like privacy. These girls just know how to move. So like, you know what? If I do mess with her, even like, unless I get photographed with her, I know she's gonna keep her mouth shut. So I think it's one of those things too, where it's like, these guys just know these girls wanna like
rappers hit the same girls.
Yeah.
All the same girls.
It's like, yeah, I think it's ego and privacy.
Maybe it's like a conquer, like I got her
It's like
from
100%,
him.
yeah, he did it, I can do it too. Like, oh, what he got, I don't got, like, I got more money than him, like, oh, let me see what that's like, kind of thing. That's all it is.
What about single mothers? What do you think about that?
In what sense?
So I have a single mother is a whole different.
It's a crazy setup.
There's more and more single mothers, right? Happening everywhere. I think that it makes sense in certain scenarios. Like if you're a dude that has no game, no whatsoever, right? You can get a baddie on discount. That's my only recommendation for single mothers, right? Because I see some single mother, like cold, had a kid, happened, whatever it is, cold. I would recommend a dude that has no motion, like, yo, this is what you should go for. Because you're dealing with a very good-looking girl. She made a decision in her life that is anchoring her now. Like, no disrespect to the kid, but you got a baddie on discount, like insane discount. That's a scenario I think is the best. But outside of that, it's very difficult to date single mothers. It's very highly unadvisable. I'm not saying that they don't deserve love. It's one of these things, but like forever, their main priority is a child. They're never going to love you the same way they love the baby daddy. And you're going to have to deal with that. Like, would you ever recommend it for a guy?
Personally, no. I mean, I definitely say, if it's casual, do your thing. But I wouldn't recommend it just because, I think too is in the sense of, all right, especially when you're really dating, I just do take certain aspects serious in the sense of, all right, you got a single mother, boy or girl, but you have to embrace that child.
Yeah, you do.
So unless you're really in that space, there's no point. And then at the same time, if you are a single man, or if you are a young man, no kids, why are you taking on another child?
It's a crazy dynamic to enter into because now you have to analyze the relationship she has with the baby daddy. There's that. The kid is also going to imprint on you. It's a whole different thing.
So much. I just think it's unnecessary baggage. So I personally wouldn't recommend it. There are some of the probably the coolest girls and
They're
down to
the
earth.
coolest girls, man.
You know, they're gonna take care of you and look out for you. But it's the reason why they are humble.
Single mothers, honestly, like they're some of the best friends. They're super cool.
Yeah.
They have their shit together because they're forced to have. They're mature because life has. Hey, like you gotta lock in. Like you don't got a fucking choice. You know what I mean? And so I love that they're organized. They're like motherly. They're this, that, and the third. But dealing with that the kid is the biggest responsibility in the world.
Bro.
Biggest responsibility in the
It's
world.
like, why even take that on? It's no point.
But I know a lot of guys that have success in that aspect. Maybe just hooking up, maybe just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're not put together, but they got a job. They're nice, and they get a baddie on discount. That's what I always say.
Like I said, I mean, and they're also always vulnerable. They're always down to have a good time. But I'm like, if you're young with money, bro, there's no point. Like you could always,
there's no point at all.
You could always be like 50 and get you a single mother, bro.
So
Like,
if a girl has to get the top echelon, 1% guy, good looking, sharp, influence, everything, you say it's completely out of question?
for what? For a single mother?
For a girl, just a girl, single girl.
Is it out of question for her to
lock him in, commit to him?
I mean, it's a very, very small likelihood, especially if you meet him after the success. It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible.
That's the same thing I tell girls. Like a lot of girls say, "Oh, I want a rich guy." I'm like, I would not recommend you date a rich guy.
You, man,
I would not
close.
recommend it.
So much pain on winning into that wealth. It's like, bro, by the time you get rich, you're so mad at how much you don't have to go through. The last thing you want to do is just like commit to a woman.
And a lot of guys don't understand their worth. They don't understand their value. They don't understand, a lot of that. And then I think they end up regretting it a lot later in life. Let me ask you this while we close out, biggest advice for dating, like modern day dating. I'm a young guy. I want to be successful with dating. I want to be able to get my way in the world. What are some things that I should be doing? Give me the playbook.
So number one thing, cover all your bases, right? So make sure you take care of yourself physically, financially, emotionally, spiritually, all those bases. I think the most important thing is just as a man.
Can we define, okay, so financially, what does that mean? Give me a number or maybe like a baseline.
So, I mean, if you're young, come out of college, entry level salary is now probably like 70K or whatever. So entry level salary is good. I mean, especially in this competitive dating. I mean,
that's very realistic.
Yeah,
You're probably like one of the only people that has been so realistic about that.
Absolutely.
I tell people that all the time.
That's what you're coming out of school usually making. I mean, like, and that still is a comfortable living to still date and still
100%.
kind of figure yourself out.
100%.
If you're living like somewhere affordable too, like Texas or something like that. But make a decent living. Make sure you're in the gym. Whatever your faith is, have some type of faith. Be grounded. Once you can just, as a man, be structured yourself, everything else is going to come. So if you're taking care of yourself financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, then from there, you got to just be confident about something. So maybe you're confident about what you're making financially. Maybe you're confident about yourself physically. Maybe you're gifted artistically. Just have something that you're just really confident about, that you just believe that no one else in this world can dominate this other than myself. I think once you find what that is, you hold on to that and use that as your anchor when you're dating. So when you're dealing with women, it's just like, it is a blessing for her to deal with you. But you can't feel like that unless you believe you're him, So find something that you just really believe that you're him about, and then apply that just when you're dating, I think it makes it a lot easier. But for a lot of men, they don't know what it is that they are just really
they don't have a passion
about, like just what makes you special. Find that purpose. Once you can find what that is, that to me makes dating a lot easier.
What if they don't find it till 40? That you tell them wait.
Take your time with it, and it does take time, and I think that's one of the things where you have to just be at peace with the process of it. Take the time. That's why I say, once again, be okay with being alone. And the only way to find what that is, you got to be alone. It's like the hero's journey. Even like in scripture, it's like when Jesus went to the mountain to pray before his crucifixion, he asked the disciples to pray for him, but he went to the mountaintop alone and pleaded to God, does he have to do what he's going to do?
Yeah.
So you have to go through that process of being alone and finding that. And then once you can put yourself in that space, then you're ready to date. But I think until you can just find what makes you the prize, and like you have to really embody that. And that's my number one thing is the mindset. You have to have the right framework, because the mentality, it's in anything, whether it's business, dating, spirituality. The mindset is not there, everything else crumbles. But you really have to know why you as a man are the prize. You have to know why you're valuable. And it has to be more than just money. Whether it's the values, what your mother and father instilled in you, some principle, something greater than like the superficial standards of life. And once you can really embody that, everything else comes. But until you can find that reason within yourself, there's just no point of you dating.
And the main thing that you do, like very objectively, is switch your dating requirements to I don't give a shit about her career. I don't give a shit about what she does, blah, blah, to make sure she comes from a good background, make sure she has a good head on her shoulders, and make sure that she is somewhat career motivated, focused financially at your level, if not above, if not around it, or at least striving to be better. And that's the big separation factor I think that you have from pretty much every single dating coach, because we've been so traditional in the way that we approach women. Like, it's like not even like, okay, you can't care about, because the chances of it happening, but you're the one pushing the narrative like, yo, you need to fucking care about this shit.
You have to, bro. It's like, it's for your legacy. It's for your last name. You know, it's like, make her pay for your last name, bro. Like, my last name is Goodly. I need the highest ticket. I need the highest bidder.
You need greatly.
Come on, bro. Like, for that same, like, for me to give a woman the name Goodly, like, my name is blessed. You know, like, I really feel that. Even you asked me if I had nothing else, like if I had no looks, no nothing, no, the fact that I was born to this world and like my parents just named me Marvin Goodly, that it's just the name Goodly itself just gives me so much pride and like a reason to live. It's kind of like that alone is just something that just pushes me to realize I just can't settle, bro. Like it's in my name. It's not to settle, you know. And so you have to. It's imperative. You know, like the middle class is gone. Like we're really talking about like being strategic. You know, like. There's the only way you're going to last in this era coming up. You got to be, you got to be papered up, bro. Like you have to. It's just no way. It's just no way. Like the 100%. Middle class is gone. Like I don't know what people are waiting for to realize. That's why I sometimes I get so frustrated having the conversation about why it is important for women to contribute, because like the middle class is gone. Like we have to realize that. Like, and if the middle class is gone, there's only one provider. How many mistakes is he away from losing it all? And then
I think it's crazy when women think that a man should take care of everything. There are men that can, and they've built themselves up, and they don't become rich to be like, Sarah, I'm going to marry you for the rest of my life. We're going to be together for the rest of my life. I'm not going to fuck any other girl. I'm not going to do any other thing. I'm going to just enjoy it with you. I'm going to give everything to you. They don't do that. That's not how it goes. You know what I mean? They want to indulge. They want to do that. And there's definitely like a spot I think a lot of women don't understand. Like if you're okay with him going on a boys trip once a year, maybe something like that, I think there's a lot of success that you can have in marriage and dating with a successful guy. Like if you tell him, hey, look, I like you. I really appreciate your success. I think you're amazing. I would love to be by your side. I'm going to allow you all the privileges that you have right now, but I'm going to be the woman that's in your house. As long as you put me as a priority to some degree, I'm going to be here for you. I think that's the best way that you can approach an ultra successful guy. Some girls won't do that. It's totally fine. It's not the end of the world. But at the end of the day, yeah, I think that you're spot on. Find your passion, find your purpose, because that's going to allow you to make income. That's going to allow you to get papered up. If you're good at making candles, like I'm the fucking best at making. There ain't no candle better than mine. It smells the best, burns the best.
That's like, it's like that. I posted this one clip of like Steve Irwin, like how he's just so passionate about animals, man. It's just
he's
like,
a dog.
And you see how his wife was just, Terry was just looking at him like, it was just his passion about it, bro.
Women love men that are obsessed.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's something about a man that is just, it's almost like you're crazy. Like,
it's magnetic.
It's magnetic, bro. They can just feel it. They can just, it's an energy, bro. It makes people gravitate around you. It makes people orbit. But you don't have that. Like, that's what I'm saying is like, that is just something that's just like, that's a supernatural existence and experience.
Well, a lot of men don't put their purpose first before. I think we've been taught by women, put me first. I'm a priority. I'm your man. When women say, "Oh, you need to be obsessed with me," I'm like, that's the dumbest shit you could do. You need to be obsessed with your career, because that's what's going to feed the relationship at the end of the day. Like that's what's going to put paper in your pockets, make you look good, take care of your family. Like you have to be obsessed about your business, your career.
I'm telling you, the true love, what women really fall in love is the mind. Like a beautiful mind is really what, like, keeps a woman like forever. I mean, I think something about, or just a truly brilliant, just a gifted, a different mind, whatever it is, and whatever aspect, whatever spectrum. But I just think that is still something that would always be just valued, bro. It's a beautiful mind. I think we've just gotten away from that. We just don't value the mind anymore. And like that's what I think for me, that's really, if nothing else, I want to help like just leave that on the world. It's just like, just believe in your mind, you know, and just like, that is the beauty of it. Like you should really even treasure other people based off of like, just the beauty of their mind, how they think, what they believe in, and how they feel. And so, like, yeah, man, just really kind of going back into just internalizing ourselves and just being happy with ourselves, bro. Like, that's where it starts with, man. It's just all internal, you know. And even then that kind of goes back, even, you know, going back spiritually, bro. Just being one with God and one within ourselves. Like, it's not about with a woman. The Bible says to seek me first. It doesn't say seek a woman. Seek me first, everything else will come after. Seeking God is like, that is that's a journey of just self-discovery, self-enlightenment.
It also says a woman finds God through her man. It's another thing.
Come on. So it all goes back to yourself. Like, it's you. It's that is the most important thing. Like, and that's where I kind of try to. It's so funny. Like, people are paying us just to tell them that, like, it's just you. Like, the problem isn't these women. The problem is, like, you just need to worry about you. And if you are in this space, you're good for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter. Everything will always come here. You could have the most gorgeous woman today. She leaves you. You will have the most gorgeous woman again tomorrow.
Yeah.
All because you just have faith in the brilliance of your mind.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Hey, guys, appreciate you for tapping in today. Team Basani, Marvin Goodley. We're going to link all your stuff down below.
Yes,
check him out. What's one way that people can contact you? What's the easiest way that they can get in touch with you?
Easiest way, Instagram, at Marvin Goodley. Trust fund baddies only. Appreciate my brother, man. This is a great guy. Anyone that is watching his platform, this is just, I had to come out here and just shake his hand personally. That's one of my things, man. So I appreciate you, the hospitality, man. For your team, everybody here, man.
Yeah.
Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love, brother.
All right, guys. Peace out. Till next time. Later.
Peace.